Hi guys, it's Cade. Welcome back to Chunks and Chats. I've been thinking lately and just wondering, you know, what's it like to have a family? I it it's something that I've thought about really like on and off, and I'm so on the fence. On the one hand, and this isn't gonna be like a lesson or a lecture or anything like I usually do. This is more of a personal monologue. But anyway, a lot of my friends who are parents have told me that it is very, very worth it. But also, I don't like the idea of not being able to sleep every night. Like, they say it's a lot of work, but at the same time, they tell me is like their kids are what they are most proud of. And I'm so on the fence. I just don't know. And not to be dramatic or anything, but what if I don't want to get married again? It's really weird to think about. And it kind of sucks because I'm just in this limbo. Obviously right now I am not ready for a girlfriend. I would only drag a partner down with me. I would not be able to be very helpful in a relationship. I am barely affording to provide for myself, let alone regularly take a girl out on dates. I can't afford that right now. I am trying very hard to, well, I say I'm trying hard, but I'm doing a lot of procrastinating too. But I want to find a better job for sure, for sure. But speaking of my job, yeah, I've mentioned before that I work in fast food, which is not desirable. It's a very entry-level position. But man, I think it was like last week, I was thinking like every third girl that came to my drive-through window was just so pretty. And normally I don't think much, you know. It's just, I don't know. My brain was on something. My brain was playing tricks on me. Everyone just looks so pretty, you know? Now, I do live in a college town, so a lot of the people who who come through are kind of in their prime, you could say, their early 20s. But I don't know, man. It's like I like the idea of a relationship. I like the comfort. I like the thought of having my own, very best friend who understands me and loves me, but I just don't know if I'm capable of going through all of that again. After getting married the first time around didn't go so well. I mean, it nearly killed me. And I don't know if I want to go through that again, because what if they leave me? My first wife promised that she would stick with me, and then she didn't. How do I know that that's not going to happen again, And maybe I just need to take a risk and see what happens, but I don't know. It's a fight with myself, for sure. I don't know if I'm better off single or married. I really have no idea. I've also discovered a type, I think. I recently realized that redheads are very cute. I don't know why. I don't know if it's their personality or the way they look or all of the above, but I don't know. I started another playthrough of my second favorite game, Need for Speed Unbound. And when I play through that game, I usually stick to a specific character, my OC, if you will. I call her Roxy. And for the very first time, I actually made her a redhead, and I was like, whoa. she's way prettier. Like I might be simping over a character that I made. No, no, not literally, but golly, man. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Why it matters so much. Maybe I've discovered my type. I don't know. It's really weird. But also it's like you can look at somebody and not necessarily feel attracted to them, but at the same time like they are pleasant to look at. You know, like you see someone and you think, "Wow, they are a very pleasant looking person." But you don't necessarily have to be attracted to them, you know? Especially if they're taken, you know? But I don't know, it's anyway, just to wrap back around, like I love the idea of having a partner, somebody to go through life with, but I just don't know if I'm ready to get hurt again. Hopefully I find somebody who doesn't do that. But I also want to be able to be okay with whatever happens. I've been praying lately for the strength to be okay with anything that is thrown my way. Because I don't entirely know what God has planned for me. Again, right now I am in no place to have a partner. I know that I'm not ready for that. But someday, if he does have someone for me, I pray that he shows me who that is and I am able to treat her properly and she treats me properly. But I also want to be able to be okay if I'm supposed to be alone for the rest of my life. Because even without a wife, I still have my family and I have some really amazing friends who love me so much. And normally I don't hear the words "I love you" from my friends, but on the very rare occasion that I do, it means a lot. Because "I love you" is a phrase that I mean it when I say it, at least, and sometimes I'm afraid to say it. Like, I do love my friends, but sometimes I feel like it wouldn't be received right if I told them that. Like, it would be, I don't know, awkward, I guess. But it's always nice to hear somebody tell me that they love me. But, you know, that's a platonic, brotherly type of love. But romantic love just feels so much better, and I miss the feeling of it, but what I don't miss is the stress from it. I don't know. I guess you could say it's complicated. It's so strange. It really is. And I try not to compare my life to that of my friends, but I see my friends with their boyfriend or girlfriend, and I see people getting engaged and getting married, and I'm so excited for them. But and then I'm just here, all on my own. It's it definitely was an adjustment when my wife left me. Not having her here every night, it took some getting used to, for sure. But in some ways it's better. In some ways it's easier to be by myself because there's less responsibility. I don't have to look out for anyone other than myself. But maybe that's a selfish way of looking at it. I'm not really sure. But I don't know. There are trade-offs. That's for sure. There are ups and downs. There are advantages of being single. There are advantages of being married. And I don't know. But also it's like, if your friends all leave you, at least you will still have your girlfriend, you know? I mean, there's some gentlemen who I've been very close to throughout my life, and then they go and get married. And don't get me wrong, I am very fond of their wives, but their wives kind of take them away from me, you know? There's there's one friend in particular who comes to mind. I won't say his name, but I've tried to reach out to him a few times in the recent couple of months, and he doesn't even read the texts. He and his wife are so busy, and I don't see him anymore. So and it sucks, but and I don't want to do that to my friends. Like if I get a girlfriend, sure I want her to be my number one. I want to spend a lot of time with her, but I don't want to forsake my friends who were there first. My ride or dies, you know. So I don't know. There's a lot of thinking and a lot of choices, and I've been praying for God to show me the right direction as to whether or not I should seek out another relationship. And I even tried dating apps recently, and it didn't work out for me because the market is just trash. I feel like the only girls on there are like in a situation that I don't want to be a part of. They are doing habits that I don't agree with, or they're just way out of my league. Like they are way more successful and I could not even picture myself asking them out. There's no in between. There's no one on there who is like right where I'm at in life. And I want to be with someone. If I am with someone, I want it to be someone who shares my, I don't know, experiences, my struggles, because it's very important that we understand each other. I just don't know. I really don't know what I want. I'm okay, all things considered. Something I recently realized is that I am no longer depressed. I was diagnosed for depression, even. Like it was bad. I was deep in it. But the recent couple of months, I've met some people who kind of relate to my struggles, or at least understand me in a way. And I've spent a lot of time with those people. And I've gotten closer with my family. I've gotten closer with myself, even. Trying to understand myself. And most importantly, I've gotten closer to God. I've been making much better habits to stay close to Him, to read more often, to have my quiet times more often, whether that be going for a walk or just sitting outside. Just being close to Him. I think that's helping a lot. And all those things together, I don't feel depressed anymore. I finally don't want to die, as dramatic as that sounds. I am very happy, even though my life still sucks. I'm dead broke, barely making rent, and I do have debts to pay, but despite all that, I'm still happy. And I think that is a step that is important to cross over before I find a partner. So I'm glad to have crossed over that step. And I hope that I can find a girl who is in the same boat, who knows how to be happy despite the world being a horrible place, despite everything possibly going wrong. If I find a girl, again, I want her to be somebody who puts God first, somebody who loves her friends, somebody who just relates to me, who gets me, who has things in common with me too. You know, like we talk about all the important things, the values, but also it really helps to just have stuff in common. You know, I'd love a girl who plays Minecraft and goes to car meets. if she can tell me what the heck the difference is between a K20 and a K24, I am proposing on the spot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to get into that all again. I like the idea of it, but I'm just not sure. I'm still scarred from my first marriage. And I have friends who tell me that someday a nice girl is going to come along and change my mind. But until that happens, I'm okay with being by myself. But if someone is out there and she wants to try and change my mind, I am hoping that God crosses our paths. And maybe we can raise a family, maybe not. It sounds really difficult, but it also sounds really rewarding. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. The uncertainty, the liking the idea of it, but just not knowing if I really want it yet. So I think it's just gonna take some really nice girl to convince me, because I just don't know. Anyway, monologue over. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's relatable, maybe, to some of you guys. I know I've got a pretty diverse audience, so some of you guys are maybe thinking about finding somebody. Some of you guys would rather stay single. I don't know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that, your stories even. So let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more, personal rants like this, or I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows. That's something I should avoid saying. I should try to stop saying the phrase I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm only a person, but I need to stop repeating that over and over again. I have a friend who tells herself not to use filler words like and and I don't know what. There's a third one. I don't know. And mainly, but maybe that can be my thing. If I say I don't know, I punish myself in some way. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing, for Minecraft Story Mode. I'm looking forward to doing that playthrough. And it won't replace these normal types of videos. We'll still be doing our Minecraft and chat, stuff like that. So I guess I need to consider organizing my videos into playlists so you guys can find them. But that is another job for future me, because current me does not really care. That's alright. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.